All right, guys, back with another banger. In today's video, I'm going to reveal the exact untapped outreach method that you can use to get your very first AI client fast with absolutely zero social proof. Okay. And so, what is this outreach method? Um, it's Instagram DMs. Simple as that. It's very simple. All I do is literally send people messages on Instagram. A great thing about Instagram is they allow you to message quite literally anyone on their platform. And so, within the last 2 years, ever since Alex Hormozy came out, a lot of business owners have been building their personal brand on Instagram, which is great for us because more business owners, meaning more people we can message for to get their business. Okay. And so this I'm obviously censoring out the script here, but just to show you some replies that I got basically the first month of starting, because you can see March 31, March 28, and I started my AI agency end of February. So yeah, it's fast. Okay. This is what's required to make this whole system work. The first thing is you have to pick a niche to go after, preferably a niche that's gonna be on Instagram. Okay, so what do I mean? If you go for, let's say, HVAC businesses, okay, or construction business, that's more like older folks. They're not really gonna be on Instagram. Yes, there's obviously a few, but not as much as, let's say, dental clinics or med spas or nail salons or barber shops. Okay, um, and so you have to find a niche that's gonna be on Instagram. Okay, if you're going after HVAC businesses, the best thing you can do is just cold call or cold email. But if you're focusing on a lot of maybe even marketing agencies, coaches, consultants, all of these guys are living on Instagram. All right. So now that you have found a niche, you want to optimize your Instagram profile. Before you send your very first DM, you want to make sure your profile looks solid. All right. So first thing, professional profile picture. Now, preferred would be a headshot. If you don't, that's fine. As long as there's a photo of you looking at the camera, and you look good and all that, that's very much doable. Doesn't have to be you in a suit, but as long as they can see your face, that's all that matters. Bio. The first line should be about you. Who are you? Where are you from? Okay. Put your location if you want. Put quick little introduction about yourself. Maybe you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you're someone that's into tech. I don't know. Second line should be about what you or your business does. Okay. What I recommend is don't be a freelancer, because one, you can't really charge higher prices. It's harder to build authority, etc., etc. So you should always have a company brand. So if you're selling AI receptionist, maybe you have a company that's called Recepta AI. And so CEO at Recepta AI, we are building the world's smartest AI receptionist, something like that. Okay. And then the CTA is going to be, DM for inquiries, DM for a demo, whatever. You always want to have a CTA as the third line. And then the website is preferred, but optional. If you're starting out, totally understandable if you don't have a website. But as long as the first thing you need to do after you get your first client is make yourself a website on Lovable, on Framer, whatever. Okay. Highlights, very important. So damn important. People skip this part, but you need to show that you're a real human with personalities, with a hobby. Okay. So in your highlights include you traveling, include work-related stuff as well. So what are you building? Include maybe you're at a nice restaurant, you going to the gym, working out, etc., etc. Include that in your highlights, all right? And then minimum 3 photos of yourself on the feed. This is important because, again, you want to show that you are a real human. People buy from people, and so post 3 photos of yourself. Doesn't have to be like super professional, but as long as they're nice. And what I recommend is like doing dumps, right? So your life, there's one photo of you, the other one's you traveling, maybe the third one's you in a nice place, fourth one nice restaurant, I don't know. And then preferably videos of you talking to your AI receptionist that you built. And what that does is when you message people, the first thing they're going to do after they read the DM is they're going to check your profile. And if you have videos of you talking to the AI, they're already pre-sold. They're gonna open the DM. I'm like, dude, I'm interested in that. But if you don't, they're gonna have no idea what the AI even sounds like or what that even does. So that's what goes into optimizing your Instagram profile for success. The third is actually doing the work, the outreach. Okay. So you want to send about 10 to 15 DMs an hour, not anymore, because what happens is that you start to get action blocked. And so when you stay at around 10 to 15 DMs an hour, you can do up to like 150 DMs every single day. So the main thing with Instagram DMs is doing a fucking shit ton of volume. So you don't want to miss a single day. If you're starting out and you want success fast, I would do it every day, not even including the weekends, especially Sunday, bro. Sunday, the reply rates are insane because people are at home, they're on their phones, and the reply rates are so crazy. So 10, 15 DMs an hour. That's how you make sure that it's not time consuming as well, because you only want to send like 10 DMs, which takes you like 10 minutes max. And then rest of the hour, you're chilling, put on a timer or whatever, and then start again the next hour. Optimizing the first 5 words. Okay, that's what people are gonna see when they check their requests. When you send them a DM, they're gonna get a little blue icon on their request. There's a new DM request. They're gonna open that, and the first thing they're gonna see is the first 5 words. So if your first 5 words are like, "Hey John, how are you doing?" Dude, they're not gonna open. Why would they fucking open that? Okay, they probably have like 100 other DMs that say the same shit. So you have to be creative, and you have to kind of approach it in a different way. Don't say how are you doing or hope you're doing well or any of those things. Okay, get straight to the point. Like I said, not optimize. You have to optimize for the first 5 words, so you have to get straight to the point. What are you doing? What are you trying to sell to them? What are you building? Okay, and then you want to end with a vague CTA. So if you look at all these DMs, every single CTA is, would you want to give it a try? And I literally just copy pasted that because it fucking works. This is insane. Like, would you want to give it a try? It's so vague. Like, what does that even mean? What does that mean? I get to give it a try. And so people respond to that like, sure, like I would be happy to take a look. Can it be used in the automotive space? Yes. How does it work? I'd like to see an example. Tell me more about it, you know? So if you just say like, DM me back for a meeting, like, who are you? Why would they just get on a meeting with a random person that just DM'd them? Like, have some respect. You know what I mean? Respectfully. And then follow up is king, bro. Don't just send a DM and never follow up again. Like, you have to follow up. And then your follow up shouldn't be, hey, just checking in, hey, following up. It should be like exciting. Like, what's going on in your business? Any case studies, any testimonials? Did you crush it for a client? Here's an example of a little follow up CTA. Like, it was a follow up, and then I'm like, demand's crazy high right now, because again, I'm building on that excitement, like that we're killing it for our clients right now. Okay, and then I sent the follow up, and then he responded that after that. So follow up is king. I would follow up every other day, every 2-3 days. That's pretty good time to follow up. And then respond fast. When you get a response, you want to respond ideally within 5 minutes. If not, you might lose a deal. And so, yeah, the whole point of your entire outreach is always to get them on a custom demo call. If you're conversing with them on Instagram DMs, you want to try as much as possible to try to get that on a Google Meet or a Zoom meeting with the business owner. Okay, you don't want to try to close it in the DMs. That's not going to work, especially for a service like this. So the whole point of your outreach is to get them on a custom demo Zoom call where you tell them, hey, I will have my team create a completely custom AI that you can, test, you can talk to on this demo call with me. It will only take 5 minutes of your time. If you don't like it, feel free to hang up. Okay, no hard feelings. And so the whole point is getting them on a demo call. And if your sales skills are good, you're going to close at least 50% of them on a package. And so if you want to basically see all the scripts and how to actually find these business owners, because I know some very crazy strategies that you can use to find them, and you want to basically get all the scripts, you can join my school, which right now is, wow, we're sitting at 57 members. That was fast. And so basically, if you see this video, I have like an entire 3-minute video breaking down how I actually close someone, like a Ford dealership, on Instagram DMs. And so again, if you are interested, link is in the description. If not, see you in the next video. And